Hello everyone, this is Jim Okerzinski with your last video of the semester. Today I'll talk about the final exam. We will review some of the instructions. But first I'd like to take a look at some of the housekeeping issues that we still have left. Be aware the regenera project once again is due on Friday, May 8th. Also, all major assignments will be closing Friday, the 8th, end of day. At that time, all regular work must be submitted. After the regular class semester is over with on Friday, we move into finals week. So if we were meeting in person, our final exam would have been Wednesday morning, but you have until Wednesday end of day to upload to Blackboard your final exam letter. All right. So let's get over to the course units. Let's see. Come on. And here I have in green the social practices and participation assignment. So, we did make some adjustments to this based upon moving from the face to face classroom into the online environment at the time that I had adjusted the syllabus and the schedule. I mean, we were anticipating a possible return to the classroom. So I'll talk a little bit about the social practices and participation here because most of you will look at this and say, hey, we haven't been in class. I don't know how to interpret this. I got it, and I had news for you. Even I have a little bit of a hard time trying to figure out what to have you guys write for this. But let's see if we can work through this as I wander through the instructions here. I thought about changing the final exam, but I thought that would be inappropriate because I've been pretty consistent with this all semester long, so I didn't see any reason to really change. So one thing you want to be aware of, and make sure that you have your doc here in the Drive folder so that I can really access your particular document, right? So I can view it. It's critical at the end of the semester that everybody uploads the link. Please check Blackboard often for comments. Check your email all the way up until final grades are posted. If I have a problem, I will, I would, but I will log in a comment to Blackboard. I'll probably send you an email. If you do not respond to fix a problem, then and I cannot view a link, and the link is not shared or dropped into the appropriate folder, then you will get the zero. I don't have a submission, so you want to be aware of that. All right. So, social practices and participation, as what it says here, being a good college student requires more than just showing up for class or even logging into Blackboard and turning in assignments. It requires responsible interaction with your classmates, instructor, intellectual material of the course. The social practices and participation of the course is worth 100 points. So the components. Now I do have the attendance records from the front half of the semester. That is all logged into Blackboard. I have my sign-in sheets. Okay, and also I've got a record of how often and when and how recently you've logged in to Blackboard, right? So you want to be prepared. You want to make sure you had all your information. Now, submitting assignments on time and proper form. I mean, I have all the due dates, I have all the notes, I have all the comments. I have access to all the Drive folders. So demonstrating a sense of engagement with classroom and online activities. I mean, one thing is critical that you work through and cooperate and post up, some excellent responses in a discussion board. Did you participate, for example, in being a helpful peer reviewer? Obviously, eliminating electronic device distraction really, that particular component applies to the front half of um, the semester. And believe me, I remember everybody who turned around and just sat there with their phone all the time. So the idea here is think back over the course of the semester. It's been long, it's been challenging, and think about how you want to go about arguing for your grade. So I say, in a final reflective letter to me, I will ask you to assess your social practices and participation over the semester and argue for the grade you think you deserve for this portion of your total grade. Now, you've earned your points, and your points is what drives your final grade. So the only thing you're arguing for here is what do you believe you deserve for your social practices and participation, right? Your work throughout the semester contributes to your final grade. So I'm just interested in this in the letter here. All right. So I suggest a letter of 5 to 600 words. Um, you can expand that a little bit if you want, and certainly, if you feel that the events of this spring semester, the movement to online, all that we've experienced with the COVID-19 pandemic, being sheltered in home, losing a job, having to even work. Some of you I know work grocery stores and other frontline services. A lot of that is stressful in the way of having to negotiate whatever it is we have to do and avoid this virus, right? So that has affected your thinking and also your activities over the last couple of months. That certainly is something that you can add to your letter. Please, this is a reflective activity. Okay, so you want to keep your responses here, you're writing here to the course and the task at hand, right? So the final letter must be in correspondence format and address each of the components separately and thoroughly. As with any argument, provide evidence to support your assessment of the social practices and participation over the course of the semester. And then right below here in Blackboard is the assignment where you would upload your GDoc link. So if we look at the folder set up in the Drive account, here is a format guide I will cover briefly. So, as many of you are aware, I do teach workplace writing. So, this is a correspondence format. You have your name, your street address, and town. Double space, the date of your letter, my name, Professor Okerzinski. You can use COD's street address and complete address there, double space, greeting, salutation there, Mr. Okerzinski, and then you type in your letter right below that, right? Double space, right? So I'm looking for 3 paragraphs using single space. Correspondence and business writing uses single space, and there is no first line indents. This is not an essay. This is a letter. So you can write additional paragraphs. Chunk your information, please. Make your paragraphs, somewhat readable. Use some white space to help the reader move through your document quickly. That's one of the tenets of workplace writing is how to chunk information and using white space to allow for quick reading because in business nobody has any time. So always you have to close out and you can use a wonderful script font here in Google Docs, right? To sign your signature. If we were in class, you would be doing this in a lab and signing it, but we're not there, right? So, however it is, but this is the format, and this will be a large part of how I interpret your grade, right? Can you follow the instructions in the format? So this is the format. You can use this template, but please, 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 let me do this here. Make a copy, right? And rename it before you type in it. That way you preserve my template so everybody else in the class can see exactly how to go about formatting a correspondence, a letter. All right. So that wraps up here the social practices and participation. I doubt seriously that I'll be posting any more videos. I will communicate via Blackboard and announcements throughout the end of the semester. So, that being said, it has been a challenging semester. I no doubt about that. It's something that I've never seen before in my life. Where we're going from here, what happens in the summer and the fall, who knows? I am teaching in 1102 online for this summer. So far, the institution and the college has not indicated where we'll be and what we're doing for the fall. So, good luck, stay safe, and check Blackboard in your email, please.